I think I have everyone. What do we think? We ready to rock? Might as well start this thing off here. So today, guys, what we got going on? Strength component to start. We're going for 5 sets every 2.5 minutes. We're going to be going for 6 tempo back squats or dumbbell squats or goblet squats. I'll kind of help you guys out with some different variations. Then it's a quick little shakeout, and then you're going to go for 8 per side of a supported bent over row. Same thing here. If you're limited by your weights, you don't have dumbbells, you only have a barbell, you don't have either, and you have bands, I can definitely help you with some other options to make sure you're all good. In the 2.5 minutes, most people this morning had been having about like 30 to 45-ish seconds of rest. So you shouldn't have to rush too crazy going back and forth, but you definitely want to think it's going to be the squat, a quick rest, then the row, and then a little bit longer of a break. For the squats, your goal today is ideally to do a little bit of a tempo of 3 seconds down to the bottom, a 2-second pause in the bottom, and then explode back up. If you're not the best with counting tempo and reps, just think you're going to go slower to the bottom for me, pause for a second in the bottom, and then come back up. So just think a little bit more time under tension. And then the only other thing I said this morning was that if you don't have the luxury of having a lot of weight options for you, if the 6 and 8 is going to be too low because your weights are too light, just bump the volume up a little bit, maybe going for like 10 to 12 of these, something a little bit higher where you'll get a little bit more, I guess, of a burning feel. If though the 6 and 8 is going to be challenging enough for you, then by all means, just stick with that and then go back and forth for the 5 sets. And then once we're done that, we're into 3 5-minute AMRAPs of 5 push-up, 10 either barbell or dumbbell snatches, and then 15 air squats. You'll go through that as many times as you can in the 5 minutes. You'll rest 2 minutes, and then you always start back up at the push-ups. So no matter where you end, it'll always be the push-ups where we start back up. Obviously, for the push-ups, you can go full push-ups from the knees, from an incline. Doesn't really matter to me. We'll focus on the quality. For the snatches, if you're doing a barbell, something light enough, hopefully where you can hang on for the 10 unbroken. If you're doing a single dumbbell, it'll still be 10 total, just 5 per side. If you have the option of doing 2 dumbbells and you want to do a double dumbbell snatch, you can also do that too. We'll break that one down a little bit more for you guys. And then the air squats are just air squats, just do what you can to keep yourself moving. I think this morning, most people were getting anywhere from 4 and a bit to 5 and just over rounds in the 5 minutes. So it's a fairly fast paced workout in the 5 minutes of work, but you don't want to go too crazy fast just because you are doing 3 rounds of that as you're going through. So nothing too crazy in terms of movements, but any questions or concerns for anybody to start out of the gate here? Cool. All right, let's get into this warm-up. So nothing crazy starting off with, getting into some hip circles. So coming onto the floor on all fours, hips over knees, shoulder over wrist. You're just going to go 4, 5 nice big controlled circles one direction and then 5 the other. So don't get too caught up in how big these circles are. Focus more on keeping that motion coming from the hip itself. Don't let yourself tilt off to the side too much as you're going through. 5 one way, 5 the other. Chelsea, do you have to switch anything for this one? Or are you okay for the most part?
I can't do the push-ups or the snatches, but okay. I can do tricep extensions and then whatever you want me to do for snatches.
Can you do, you can't do even like deadlifting, right? Like you can't hold weights out in front of you?
No.
Okay, let me think of some stuff for you.
I don't mind doing abs or something like that.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that might be a good one. So maybe going for like, you can either do like just straight up regular sit-ups. We can do like a leg raise of some sort if you want to do that even. Are you okay to do Russian twist even, or is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'd say that might be a good option and go for like 10 per side, so 20 total of that instead.
Okay, and I am so sore from yesterday because I had to do goblet squats. So I'm gonna do tempo pistols with no weight.
Perfect, I like that for sure.
Okay.
Cool. All right, ladies, nice. Next one, staying on the floor, we're gonna go for 10 per side of a fire hydrant. So Same position. All we're going to do this time now, lifting the leg up to the side as far as we can, control back down. We'll go for 10 on one side, 10 on the other. And again, with that fire hydrant, don't get too caught up in how high the knee is going. Make sure your hips stay in line when the knee comes up. I don't want you to go higher where you start to tilt off to the side too much. Nice. Cool. Next one, same thing in terms of not being crazy. Still on the floor, you're just going to lay on your back. We're going to go for 10 laying leg lifts. So both legs will be straight out. One leg is going to lift up as high as you can. Try to keep that leg as straight as you can. Control back down. Lift the leg up. Control back down. Two things you can focus on. Try to think about having it come from like the hip flexor to be what's in the leg coming up. And then other than that, keeping your lower back flat into the floor. So not letting your back arch too much as you're going through that leg lift. So we'll go for 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Laying on your back, lifting one leg up as high as you can. Nice job, guys. Next one, nothing crazy. Just going for 5 shoulder circles forward, 5 back. So you can either come to a full stance or a kneeling position. Doesn't matter how big the arms go either, but going for 5 one way, 5 the other. Cool. From there, we're going to go into a plank shoulder tap. So ideally in a full plank position. Again, shoulder over wrist to start, core stay nice and tight, tap to the shoulder, come back down, other side, back down, and just rotating back and forth for 10 total reps, 5 per side. Awesome. From there, going into 10 scap push-ups. So again, ideally in a full push-up position. Again, this is not the easiest movement in the world. So if it feels too much for you, just drop down to the knees. I'd rather you feel this one through the actual shoulder itself. So thinking arms stay straight, pinching the shoulder blades together, pressing the arms back out, going for 10 scap push-ups. Again, dropping to the knees is totally fine if it feels like you're either really bending at the arm or kind of sagging through the hip. I would much rather you go for the knee scap push-up. 10 total reps. Nice. And then once you're done that, we'll just go into 5 push-ups. So again, does not matter to me if it's a full push-up from the knees or if you want to go off of an incline, so like off of your couch or a chair or something elevated, that's totally cool with me. Just trying to get chest right to floor, pushing all the way back up. 5 push-ups. Cool. And then last but not least, say the shoulders going a little bit more Y, T, and W. So we'll do each of these one at a time. So just worry about each one individually. So first is your Y. So all you're going to do, hinging forward, feel a little tension in the hamstring, shoulders are down and back, palms are facing together. You're going to try to lift the thumbs up to the sky as high as you can while keeping those arms straight. Control back down. Arms come up at about a 45-degree angle. You're just going to go for 5 raises there. Don't get too caught up in how high you go. I don't want you to feel yourself rounding out in the shoulder to get higher up. Just go as high as you can while keeping those arms locked and shoulders down. Cool. From there, T's. So only difference now is that palms are going to go forward. Same thing of hinging, shoulders down and back, hands come right out to the side, control back down, going for 5 T raises. Beauty. And then last one, W. So now palms facing you, shoulders down and back again, lifting arms up to the side, controlling back down, just going for 5 W's now. Nice. All right, everyone. So we now have just about 7 minutes here to get ourselves set for this first one. So again, squatting wise, does not matter to me what you have. If you have a barbell, great. Bar would ideally go on your back. If you don't have a rack though, and you don't feel comfortable cleaning it to your shoulder and then bringing it behind your back, you could always even do just a barbell front squat. If you only have 2 dumbbells, you can hold them on the shoulder or in a goblet position. Basically, whatever weight you have, that's what you can hold on to allow yourself to have a little extra weight. Again, your main goal for everyone today is you're going to be thinking that you're going for 3 seconds down into the bottom, a 2-second hold in the bottom, and then stand back up. Again, if you're not the best at counting tempo and reps, just focus on going a little bit slower down, come to a full pause in that bottom position, and then stand back up with it. You can really focus today on having the weight stay a little bit more midfoot to heel, and then focus on really squeezing your glutes and driving the knees out so you actually engage through the hip. For the bent over row, if you have like a chair or a bench to go off of, what you're going to be doing with your dumbbell, ideally, one hand on the bench or chair, whatever you have, whatever hand is on that, that's the leg that can stay out front. The hand that's grabbing onto the dumbbell, that leg will come slightly back. You'll grab on, pull shoulder down and back, row up to the side, control back down, pull up, control down, going for all 8 on one side and then switching, going for 8 on the other. Again, if you only have a barbell, just go with both hands on the bar, pull up to chest, control back down, still keeping that shoulder down and back. If you don't want to use like a chair or anything like that, you could totally even just do a straight up bent over row. All you're focusing on for everyone is just making sure you're not in this kind of position as you're rowing. You're trying to make sure you're keeping that back nice and flat as you're going through that row. So take some time, warm these movements up. Any questions at all in the next 5 minutes, let me know. I'll help you out. And then we'll start this strength component off all together in just a few.
Okay, I don't know if you know the answer to this. Is there a movement on that system behind me, the hoist, that is like a deadlift?
Yeah, you should be to do a deadlift. Yes. If you have, do you have, let me see if you don't mind. Can you bring me a little bit closer?
Take me closer. Yeah, hold on. So I have the foot press,
Okay.
that whole system.
And you want to do hinging or do you want to do,
Ow, ow.
what was that, your head?
That was my knee
Oh,
on the,
on the,
that
oh, on that thing. Nice. So, I mean, if you want to mimic doing the squat, if you go to your left again, that like that would be perfect.
okay.
Yeah.
I
So
just like, I only have 20-pound dumbbells.
yeah.
So it's
I
kind
would
of a light
100% because that would totally be mimicking a squatting motion. So That would be a perfect one for that.
Okay, I will do that.
Cool.
Thanks.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. 5 sets.
Ernesto,
Yes.
I only have one 20-pound dumbbell. I don't know if 8 will get a little much.
Yeah, I would say you could totally even go higher volume then. Like, so if you stick with the tempo of 3 down, 2 pause, come back up, if you get more to like a 12 to 15 rep range, it's
Oh,
still
sorry. No, not for the squat. I have a yellow kettlebell for those.
Perfect. Sorry.
For the rows,
Oh,
I get a little heavy.
Yep.
So I might go down to like 6.
Yeah, I would say you go for like 5, 6, just something where like you feel like you're still able to stay locked in and hopefully not have this kind of motion happen. If you start to notice that, that's where you can call it, and then hopefully stick with that number the rest of the way.
All right, thank you.
No worries. So still got about 3 minutes until we got to get rocking. Okay, from the standing around, I think it looks like for the most part everyone's set. So I'll just go over this one last time for anyone getting last minute setup and stuff going. So you're going for 5 sets, 2.5-minute window. You're gonna go for your 6 squats, 3 seconds down, 2-second pause, come back up. Again, if counting is not your thing, just think slower down, pause fully in the bottom before you come back up. That should make it a bit tougher. So even if you are limited on weight, it'll hopefully allow for a little bit more time under tension, which will allow for you to get a little bit tougher of a strength piece in. If it is still too easy though, just bump the volume up a little bit. So going from more like 8, 10, 12, somewhere in that range. Then once you're done that, quick little shake, 8 per side of your bent over rows. Again, if you are supporting yourself, think the leg that is supporting yourself, that's the one that stays out front. The hand that's grabbing onto the dumbbell, that's the leg that goes back, shoulder down and back, and hopefully feeling this through your mid back as you're going through the row. Then you'll rest the remainder of the 2.5 minutes, which again will be roughly about 30 to 45 seconds. And then we'll continue on for that for the 5 rounds. So any last minute questions or thumbs up? Everyone thinks they're all good, set to go. Cool. All right. Let's get this thing started. We'll go for our first set in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. 6 squats, 3 seconds down, 2-second pause in the bottom, come back up. Again, what you can really be focusing on right now is making sure that you keep your weight a little bit more in the heel itself. Really try to not only twist out from your knees, but also from your hip. So you should feel some tension through your hips and glute as you're going down as well as coming back up with it. And again, once you're done that, just a quick little shake going for your 8 per side of your row. Again, remembering their shoulder stays down and back, hopefully feeling this through your mid back. And again, if the 8 feels too hard, too easy, don't be afraid to take some reps away, add a few in. Other ways you can make the row harder too, if it feels easy, but you don't have more weight, is just same thing, add a little bit of a tempo in. So where you go a little bit slower up, pause for a second at the end, and then control back down. So if your 8 feels easy, but you don't have anything heavier, just slow the movement down a bit more. Cool. Still got 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Round 2. Holy Laura, you can't. 2, 1. Go. Set 2.
It's fine. Today's fine. We're gonna be okay.
You're just here for the 9:20 class, the 12:20 class. It's okay. It's good.
I'm doing this. Can you read backwards? Is it backwards or is it okay?
No, it's good. Row, ab mat, sit up, burpee, rest. Yeah, that'll be good.
But it's only this one's 5 rounds. Should I just do 3 so I can match you guys?
But what's the time? Is it an AMRAP or is it just 4 time each of them?
4 time.
And what is it? 500 meter? How many sit-ups?
25 or 30, and then 12 or 15 burpees.
So
And
that'll
then
be
rest 2 minutes.
2,
So how long will
3.
that take me?
If you want to be the same time, yeah, you'll realistically probably only get 3 rounds in.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's fine.
Nice job, ladies. Looking good. There we go. 2 down, going into round 3. Whenever you're ready. Set number 3. Basically trying to keep everything in check the same way you guys are already doing it. Everyone is looking solid with these squats. Slow down, little pause in the bottom, and big squeeze and drive back up.
It's just really weird to actually feel your legs on that machine because I can put
Right?
my hand like, oh my God, I have muscle.
So still got 2 sets to go here. Whenever you're ready, set number 4.
I guess I'm just not doing the strength today. It's just not gonna happen.
Honestly, eh?
It's okay.
We can do the strength after even on your like
Yeah.
it's not that crazy, so
What is it? Backs? Oh, dumbbells on shoulders. I don't even have 2. I have just 1. What would I even use?
just the one and do a goblet.
Oh, right.
You basically, I would say basically whatever you have to like weight yourself is what you would try to go for.
Mm-hmm. Or I'll just go to Diane's and use her weights.
There you go.
Is that okay, Diane? Cool.
Just 2 in the zone.
Yeah, she can't hear me.
Nice job, ladies. So we got 30 seconds still here. Next one is your last round. So if you even wanted extra rest before you started, you can take it. If you want to do your squats and take a little bit longer, you can also do that too. You have that full 2.5-minute window. So no need to rush through it. One final set. Two, one, whenever you're ready. So again, this is your last one. No need to rush. Full 2.5 minutes to get these in. Good job, everyone. Okay, so once you are done that, we have just about 7 minutes or so here before we got to get rocking for this Metcon. Again, nothing too crazy in terms of movements, which is good. So we got 5 push-ups. Again, doesn't matter to me if we're doing full from the knee or off of an incline. The goal is the quality of your push-ups. So getting chest right to floor or the target and then pushing back up as one full unit. 10 snatches. Again, if we have a barbell light enough where you can go hopefully all 10 unbroken, that's from the floor in a perfect world all the way up overhead. If you only have one dumbbell, same thing. It would just be an alternating dumbbell snatch. If you have 2 light dumbbells and want to do a double dumbbell snatch, you can also do that. The main thing for everybody, whether it's a bar or dumbbell, is that when you're setting up from the floor as low as you can, that you're keeping your back flat and you're not letting this kind of motion happen where you're pulling with a rounded back. And then other than that, just making sure you're actually using your legs to help explode that dumbbell straight up overhead versus just pulling with your arms. Air squats are air squats. You don't have to worry about tempoing those out, just moving at a good pace. You're still focusing on getting all the way to the bottom of your squat, still standing all the way up. But anyways, take some time now, rest it out, test these movements out. If you have any questions with any of them, also let me know. I will help you out. And then we'll start this workout off in just about, like 6 minutes or so.
We have just one dumbbell. Are we doing 10 alternating or do we do 20?
Good question. 10 alternating. So it's 5 per side. Yeah.
For my Russian twist, sorry, is it 10 per side that I should be doing?
Yes. Yeah. You'll go 20 total for you.
Okay.
Again, not that you have to get crazy, but I would definitely test out a couple of each, like especially the push-up and snatch. Maybe just do like a couple of those, 5 or so. Make sure the weights are feeling good, variations feeling good. If you're not sure how it should feel or look, again, just let me know. I can watch and let you know how you're looking. But I think from what I'm seeing so far, everybody's looking good. And again, like I said, in a perfect world, the weights would hit the floor for the snatch. If though it feels like you're going to round your back out or you can't get right to the floor, just get as low as you can. That'll do, or that'll be more than enough. Just getting as low as you can.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I only have a barbell, which I'm thinking like 10 snatches, that's like 40 snatches for each AMRAP. That's going to be like a lot. So is there something I can do like if that's like if I burn out?
Yeah. Did you don't have a light dumbbell either?
I have 3.5 pound dumbbells, but they're like,
that's gonna be too heavy, Nicole. I'm sorry, we can't use those. Yes, if the snatches burn out, you could always turn it into a clean instead, because I mean you'll still get that hinging and exploding, but it will be a little bit less on the shoulder. So you could try that out.
okay.
In the rest, you could even potentially, if it really feels like it's burning out, I know you have deadlifts tomorrow, but you could put on like 10s and keep it super light and just do like a light barbell deadlift instead if you wanted to do that. But yeah, that might be another good option too if the snatch feels like it's burning out on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't done snatches in like a year.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, okay, but keep it light and then just focus on the technique. And then worst comes to worst, even if you have to do like 5 and 5 and you want to stick with like snatches and do that, that's totally cool too.
okay, cool. Thanks.
No worries. All right. So from the standing around, I think it looks like for the most part, everyone's pretty much set and ready to go here. So again, 5-minute AMRAP. You're doing 5 push-ups, 10 snatches. If we're doing dumbbell, again, it's still 10 total, just 5 per side. And then 15 air squats. You're rotating through that as many times as you can in the 5 minutes. Again, this morning, I think most people are getting anywhere from 4+ rounds to 5 and a bit rounds, just depending on, again, how fast you can keep yourself moving through. You'll then get a full 2-minute rest, and then we start back at the top for the push-ups every time. So no matter where you finish, you're always going to start the next AMRAP back at the push-ups. Does anybody have any last-minute questions, or we think we're all good? Little thumbs up and get the show on the road. Sweet. Okay. So again, 5 minutes on, 2 minutes off, push-up, snatch, air squat. Here we go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. 5 push-ups. Again, in terms of pacing here, you're hopefully looking like an 80-85% pace. You don't want to fully sprint, but you also shouldn't be coasting. I know that's always kind of hard to gauge, but just think you don't want to be burning out in this first 5 minutes. Nice job, ladies. Good pace going so far. 2.5 minutes in. Great job, ladies. Last minute and a half of this first one here. Final minute. Again, doing what you can, move right to the end here. "15 seconds. Three, two, one. Rest it out. Great job, ladies. Great pace going for that first round. So now basically your goal is just to hopefully hang on to either that exact same pace. Now, a couple of things you can modify out. Obviously, if it felt like you were going maybe a little bit too slow, you could totally ramp the pace up a little bit. If it felt like you're already starting to die off, maybe slow it down a touch because we're only going into round 2 of this. If it felt good though, hopefully just hanging on to that exact same pace, trying to get the exact same amount of rounds and reps in. You start back at the push-ups for everybody. So everybody will be back at the push-ups in a minute and a half. One minute. Just under 30 seconds here. All right, ladies, 10 seconds. Back to the push-ups. Everybody is at the top. Round 2, 3, 2, 1. Go for it. So same thing. If you can, you're either hanging onto your pace if it felt good. If it felt too easy, speeding up a touch. If you feel like you're dying off, slowing down a touch. Goal is to keep it moving for this 5 minutes. Nice job, ladies. Again, basically at that halfway marker here, hopefully just keeping this pace going right to the end. Two minutes. Again, as we get further into this one too, with those push-ups, quick little shakeouts, hopefully hanging on to the 5 unbroken. Snatching wise, keep that back flat, really use your legs and hips. And then for those air squats, just hopefully get as low as we can, still focusing on getting hips below the knees or just as low as you can. One minute. Laura, you're back.
My battery died.
Oh, that would I figured it was something like that. Nice job, everybody. 30 more seconds, couple more reps. Final 10. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. Nice job. 2 down. Great work. Everyone looks super consistent still, keeping that same pace going. So we got a final 2-minute rest here, and then we are into one last round of our 5, 10, 15. So just walking it out, shaking it out. Nice deep breaths. Trying to get that heart rate down as best you can. One minute. All right, ladies, so this is it. Final 30 seconds of rest here. This is your last time through. So again, if you can, sure, try to ramp that pace up a little bit more right from the gate. If you felt good in your 5 minutes, keep your same pace for the first like 2.5, maybe 3 minutes. Then the last little bit is when you can really ramp it up and finish off strong. Your goal, hopefully not slowing down for this final 5 minutes. Here we go, 10 seconds. 2, 1. Back to the top, push-ups, final 5 minutes. So again, depending on how you're feeling, don't feel you need to completely ramp it up out of the gate here. Stay smooth and consistent for the first little bit. And then those last like 2 minutes or so, if you have anything extra, that's when you can really kind of ramp it up, finish off strong. That's it, guys. Final 2.5 minutes. So again, if you can, maybe ramping it up a touch. If not, just doing what you can to hang on to your pace. Your goal is not to let that pace slow down in this last little stretch here.
I'm gonna try to squeeze one more in, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'd be close. It'd be good. Nice job, guys. Here we go. Final minute of this one. This is where you want to try to dig deep. Again, you don't necessarily have to speed up. Your goal is just to not let yourself slow down. Try to move this full final minute here. Final 30 seconds. Again, trying to move right to the end here. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Great job, ladies. Survived.
Survived. Questionable.
It's crazy how like the 5 minutes adds up so much. Like you wouldn't necessarily think it would, but it's just easy enough movement so you can keep yourself moving. So
Yeah.
everyone look good. How was that, Trudy?
It was tough.
I was like, that was tough. I know, right? It definitely adds up.
Yeah. Consistent though. I was glad about that.
That's okay. That's kind of the goal because like, you don't want to come out too crazy hot and then crash and burn. So no, you guys all look good. Like, everyone was moving at a nice smooth pace the whole way, so that was awesome. Yeah, great job, ladies. Chelsea, I like the variations of the core. That was good too, mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was okay. I was just getting kind of like meh.
I know. I don't blame you. It's just, it switched. Did you switch it up every AMRAP?
Yeah, like the
Okay,
first
yeah.
5 minutes I did the sides, then
Yeah.
knee tucks, and then
Yeah.
collar.
No, that was good. I think that was a good variation for sure.
Yeah, I'm so sore from yesterday. It's ridiculous. I haven't felt like this in a while.
What was yesterday's?
It was the 2018-16 down by tooth, and it was thrusters, but I did goblet squats.
Okay.
It was like sit-ups, rows, tucks,
Oh,
and
shit.
lunges.
Yeah.
It was my legs. Like I walked down the stairs this morning, I was like, oh my God.
It's a lot of volume.
Yeah, I use a 65-pound dumbbell for it. So
Hi, Sarah.
a lot.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a lot of volume for sure. So Laura, almost there. She's doing extra. Yeah, 65 for that much would definitely be a lot.
Yeah. That's the only time I go heavy in anything. So
Yeah, right. See you later, Kathleen.
Bye, Ernie.
Bye, Trudy. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Enjoy. I'll see you this week sometime.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
Okay. Bye.
See ya. How was everyone else doing? Surviving, Laura? How was it? Did you do 4 rounds or 3?
I did 4.
Nice.
I just like broke up my rest. 2 minutes was too long.
Gotcha. That's all right.
The kids were starting to bug me so much.
I saw that they came in. That was funny.
Was it?
Oh, well, yeah, because you're like trying to just work out and Giuseppe's running around with like some toy almost kicking him. And then Lorenzo looked like he was trying to do burpees with you. I don't know. Yeah.
Hi,
Laura,
Chelsea.
you didn't run today, did you?
No, God knows. Too
Thank
cold.
you.
See you later, Lauren. Good job today. Enjoy the rest of your day off.
No, I didn't run. It's too cold.
I'm thinking about going right now because I'm hot. But I'm like, is it icy is my question.
It's like minus 14.
Outside. Yeah, it's cold.
Not including
Yeah,
in
But I
chill.
used to run in Yellowknife. So like I'm used to running in the cold.
True.
But it's the iciness that gets to me. I used to have these clips on my shoes
Really?
to help. Yeah, especially in Calgary too, because it snows like 8 months of the year. There's snow.
Yeah, that
Oh
makes sense.
shit. No, I've already put in my calendar to run on Thursday because it's going to be warm.
Is it? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I have to take Chevy out regardless. So sometimes in my lazy way, I want to run because it's a shorter outing.
Right.
True.
Hi, Diane.
I know, eh? Keeping
It's
yourself on mute.
social over here.
I know.
Nicole, how you doing? Long time.
What?
I'm all right. Yeah.
Tired.
Sure. That was a good one.
Hard one.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see you earlier, Laura. That's why.
Why?
I don't know, because I wasn't looking. That's why I was
Well,
asking.
that would make you not see me for
Too many
sure.
boxes. Too many boxes.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay, well,
I'm going to head out.
bye.
Have a good rest of your days.
Ernie,
Take it easy.
Hi.
Guys.
bye.
Hey, Nicole. Bye.